Welcome back and thank you for staying with Checkpoint. On September 13th, 2022, President William Ruto ascended to the highest office in the land, emerging from a series of promises that saw him elected against all odds. Now, President Ruto took a solemn affirmation to protect the 2010 Constitution of Kenya that curtailed imperial presidency by creating checks and balances on executive power through the establishment of clear separation of powers through the legislature, executive and judiciary. Has President William Ruto stayed true to his oath 3 years down the line? Well, our political affairs reporter Jeff Kirui interrogates in our continuing series, Ruto at 3.
Defend this Constitution
of Kenya.
In September 2022, President William Ruto took over power, promising Kenyans that his administration is intentional about enhancing independence of other arms of government, the legislature and the judiciary.
My administration will respect the independence of the judiciary, will respect the independence of all the other institutions in a manner that makes them efficient to deliver on their respective mandates.
To act on his promise, President Ruto appointed 6 judges that his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta rejected, topping it with a commitment for an annual increase of the judiciary budget by 3 billion shillings within his first term in office.
My administration will respect judicial decisions while we cement the place of Kenya as a country anchored on democracy and the rule of law.
However, 3 years in office, judicial independence for President William Ruto has been a matter of convenience only when it favors the executive. Ruto has turned around and attacked the very judiciary when the courts rejected the housing levy, and even when the Kenya Kwanza government decided to send police officers for the peacekeeping mission in Haiti.
Mimi ni mtu ambaye naamini mahakama. I respect the judiciary. I respect the independence of the judiciary. But I also believe that the judiciary cannot be abused by a few corrupt judicial officials who want to perpetuate judicial tyranny and judicial impunity. We will deal with them. We will fight with them. We will not allow them. They will not go far.
President William Ruto has also had a free control over the legislative arm of government, controlling almost an absolute majority that ensures his agenda is achieved.
Committees of parliament demand to be bribed, demand to be paid for them to write reports or to look the other way for what is happening in either the national government or the county government.
His accusation that Parliament is a haven of corruption and the subsequent reaction by legislators revealing the extent of executive overreach on the independence of legislature.
What has this Parliament not done for President that he now has to come and bastardize us? What?
It confirmed what we have always said, that Parliament for the longest time had become an appendage of the executive. And now the president feels emboldened because he has got the opposition with him. He has Raila Odinga and ODM on his side. And therefore the president feels like he has got what I would call an almost majority, absolute majority and control over Parliament. So the president can then talk to Parliament the way he wishes. He deals with them like they are simply his errand boys. Actually, Parliament has become an errand arm for the executive.
Governance experts and political pundits argued that an independent legislature is not ideal for President Ruto's political overtures to push executive agenda through legislations.
Members of Parliament have realized that they have been extending a lot of favors to the executive, thinking that they will also be respected by the executive.
The president is 100% on a roller coaster to actually get as much power as possible. And you know, The whole essence of the Constitution 2010 was to do away with the imperial presidency.
The political interference has seemingly extended from the national government to devolved units. Early this month, at the height of a push by Nairobi MCAs to impeach the Governor Johnson Sakaja, the executive Overreach once again reared its head. President William Ruto and his broad-based partner Raila Odinga whipped their respective MCAs to abandon the impeachment push. President William Ruto insists that he will deliver each of his promises to Kenyans, raising questions how he will go about this without interfering with other independent arms of government. Jeff Kirui, KTN.
President